Hi students, welcome to Bosco Campus Vision. I am Shankar Ganesh, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Application, Don Bosco College, Kottayam. I am delighted to present a lecture on the topic Evolution of Information Systems and Total Quality Management, which comes under the subject Information Systems and Knowledge Management. This lecture is meant for semester 5 BCA course of Kerala University. In this lecture, we are going to discuss the evolution of modern computing. Each generation of computer is characterized by a major technological development that fundamentally change the way computers operate, resulting in increasingly smaller, cheaper, more powerful, and more efficient and reliable devices. The various generations of computers are first generation, second generation, third generation, fourth generation, and fifth generation. First generation computer. The digital computers using electronic valves are known as first generation computers. The high cost of vacuum tubes prevented their use for main memory. They stored information in the form of propagating sound waves. The vacuum tube consumes a lot of power. These computers were large in size and writing programs on them was difficult. Some of the computers of this generation were: first one, Mark I. Mark I was the first machine to successfully perform a long services of arithmetic and logical operation. It was the first operating machine that could execute long computations automatically. Second one, ENIAC. It was the first general purpose electronic computer built in 1946. Third one, EDVAC. It stands for Electronic Discrete Variable Automatic Computer and was developed in 1950. The EDVAC was a binary serial computer with automatic addition, subtraction, multiplication, programmed division, and automatic checking with an ultrasonic serial memory. Fourth one, EDSAC. It stands for Electronic Delay Storage Automatic Computer. Two groups of individuals were working at the same time to develop the first stored program computer. Fifth one, UNIVAC 1. It was the first commercial computer. It was used for general purpose computing with large amounts of input and output. The UNIVAC was also the first computer to come equipped with a magnetic tape unit and was the first computer to use buffer memory. The major drawbacks of first generation computers are: they used valves or vacuum tubes as their main electronic component. They were large in size, slow in processing, and had less storage capacity. They consumed lots of electricity and produced lots of heat. Their computing capabilities were limited. They were not so accurate and reliable. They used machine level language for programming, and they were very expensive. Examples are ENIAC, UNIVAC, IBM 650. Next is second generation computer. The second generation computer used transistors for CPU components and ferrite cores for main memory and magnetic disk for secondary memory. Around 1955, a device called transistor replaced the bulky vacuum tubes in the first generation computer. Transistors are smaller than vacuum tubes and have higher operating speed. They have no filament and require no heating. Manufacturing cost was also very low. Thus, the size of the computer got reduced considerably. It is in the second generation that the concept of central processing unit, memory, programming language, and input and output units were developed. The programming languages such as COBOL, Fortran, were developed during this period. Some of the computers of the second generation were: first one, IBM 1620. Its size was smaller as compared to first generation computers and mostly used for scientific purpose. Second one, IBM 1401. Its size was small to medium and used for business applications. Third one, CDC 3600. Its size was large and was used for scientific purposes. Features of second generation computers. First one, transistors were used instead of vacuum tube. Second one, processing speed is faster than first generation computers. Third one, smaller in size. Fourth one, the input and output devices were faster. Example, IBM 1400 and 7000 series. Next is third generation computers. It was the development of a small chip consisting of the capacity of the 300 transistors. These ICs were popularly known as chips. A single IC has many transistors, registers and capacitors built on a single thin slice of silicon. So it is quite obvious that the size of the computer got further reduced. Some of the computers developed during this period were IBM 360, IBM 370 and VAX 750. Higher level language such as BASIC was developed during this period. Computers of this generation were small in size, low cost, large memory and processing speed was very high. Very soon, ICs were replaced by LSI, that is large scale integration, which consisted about 100 components. An IC containing about 100 components is called LSI. Features of third generation computers. First one, they used integrated circuit chips in place of the transistors. Second one, semiconductor memory devices were used. Third one, the size was greatly reduced, the speed of processing was high, they were more accurate and reliable. Fourth one, large scale integration and very large scale integration were also developed. Fifth one, the mini computers were introduced in this generation. Sixth one, they used high level language for programming. Example, IBM 360, IBM 370. Next is fourth generation computers. It uses large scale integrated circuits built on a single silicon chip called microprocessors. Due to the development of microprocessor, it is possible to place computer's central processing unit on single chip. These computers are called microcomputers. Later, very large scale integrated circuits replaced LSIC. Thus, the computer which was occupying a very large room in earlier days can now be placed on a table. Hard disks were used as secondary memory. Keyboards, dot matrix printers, etc. were developed. OS such as MS-DOS, Unix, Apple's Macintosh were available. Object-oriented language, C++, etc. were developed. Features of fourth generation computers. First one, they used microprocessor as their main switching element. Second one, they are also called as microcomputers or personal computers. Third one, their size varies from desktop to laptop or palm top. Fourth one, they have very high speed of processing. They are 100% accurate, reliable, diligent and versatile. Fifth one, they have very large storage capacity. Example, IBM PC, Apple Macintosh, etc. Next is fifth generation computers. Fifth generation computers use ULSI, that is ultra large scale integration chips. Millions of transistors are placed in a single IC in ULSI chips. 64-bit microprocessors have been developed during this period. Data flow and EPIC architecture of these processors have been developed. RISC and CISC, both types of designs, are used in modern processors. Memory chips and flash memory up to 1 GB, hard disk up to 600 GB, and optical disk up to 50 GB have been developed. Fifth generation digital computer will be artificial intelligence. In this lecture, we have discussed the evolution of modern computing. Hope all of you have understood the lecture. Thank you.